mark. 30 seconds until airtime on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. On my next mark, it'll be our final time cue at 15 seconds. Mark, 15 seconds until airtime on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Live from Mellow Mushroom in the Cornerstone District in Lynchburg, Virginia, the Liberty Flames football show is on the air. Your chance to hear from Liberty head football coach Jamey Chadwell comes your way on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. The Liberty football show is presented by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking with Freedom First today. The Liberty football show is also brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carter Bank. Life lived full. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. By Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. And by the United States Space Force. Have a question or comment for one of our guests? Email lfsn@liberty.edu or post a message at LFSN Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Shotgun snap and a pitch around the right side to Von Blue to the 10, the 5, a cutback, and he's in the end zone. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty, Von Blue.
Now let's talk Liberty Flames football. Here's your host, the voice of the Flames, Alan York.
And a great Thursday night, everybody. Welcome inside Mellow Mushroom tonight in Lynchburg for our Liberty football show. Great crowd on hand. Week 2 of the college football season. Last week's crowd was great. This one has even topped it. Give yourself another round of applause. Let's have a good time here tonight. If you have a question for our guest, you can email us, lfsn@liberty.edu, or if you have a napkin and a pen or pencil, you can write it on the napkin, pass it up to us. We'll get it on the air. Liberty football 1-0 after a 28-7 win over Maine this past Saturday. The Flames will head to Jacksonville State for an early 12 noon kickoff here, 11 o'clock local time in Jacksonville, Alabama on Saturday to take on the Gamecocks, the last two Conference USA champions, duking it out on Saturday. Jacksonville State 0-1 after a 17-10 loss at UCF a week ago. And look forward to getting Coach Chadwell's thoughts on the Gamecocks, recapping the main game, and a couple of student-athlete guests we've got coming on. We have Reese Smith, one of our wide receivers. Reese is already here. Reese, give us a wave real quick. There's Reese. And CJ Bazile, one of our defensive ends, is going to be in the house. CJ, there he is. All right. Look forward to talking to those student-athletes throughout our broadcast here today. Again, we mentioned we've got our Facebook, YouTube video streams going for questions for the fans. Send those in, and let's just enjoy the night and have a good time. No college football tonight. There is an NFL game as the NFL season gets cranked up. Dallas at Philadelphia. That kicks off right at 7 o'clock. So Mellow Mushroom, the place to be here tonight for our Liberty football show. All that to be said, let's welcome in the man of the hour, head coach of the Flames, Jamey Chadwell. Coach, great to have you back out here. Good to see your family as well.
Yeah.
And going to be a fun time recapping the main game and looking ahead to Jacksonville State. So the floor is yours, my man. Take us through the main game. Got some other questions specifically about it, but week removed from opening win. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's I was proud of our team. When you come through fall camp and you're integrating some new guys and some different things there, I thought we played hard for 4 quarters. We played together for 4 quarters. They were encouraging each other for 4 quarters, which was a positive. You'd love to play some better in certain areas, right? Yep. But what we talk about a lot is not beating ourselves. I thought we Didn't have many foolish penalties at all. We did have a foolish one on our kicker, which of all people, and so. But I thought our guys did a good job not beating themselves. We didn't turn the ball over. Our defense obviously caused some turnovers. We need to be better offensively, obviously, and finish some drives. But I thought we played really well together there in the third and fourth quarter. Obviously, we didn't break the stone open there until sort of the fourth quarter. But you take a win any way you can get them, and I think it's a great. Anytime you're going to learn from your first game regardless, and you'd rather learn from a win, especially. Yeah. And so, but I was pleased with the win and how a lot of our guys played.
Jamey, you talked during the offseason leading up through camp about how connected this team is. And you mentioned during that game Saturday, this team played together. They stayed upbeat. Did you see some of the connectivity in that game? And if so, what were some of those points about being connected that you saw?
Yeah, I think anytime your defense is playing well, our defense played well, and then offense was struggling in some points or fashion. It's easy for maybe some of the defensive guys to point some fingers and start saying, "Hey, you need to do this, you do that," and none of that ever happened. Then when you're struggling offensively, and maybe some guys aren't playing as well as they need to, it's easy to start pointing fingers and blaming this or that, and none of that happened, right? Which is it's a good thing there, that they all believe in each other and know that good things will happen, if we just keep at it and keep going at it. Obviously, we need to get it going from the get-go. That's one thing we challenge our team on, is we got to start fast. We got to come out swinging better. But I thought there were times there when you're struggling offensively. We did give up the big run on defense. You're down 7-0, and the offense is still not really doing much. The defense is keeping us in the ball game. Just everybody on the sideline and specific leaders just encouraging and getting everybody to stay together, support each other, continue to support the defense, support the offense when they're out there, and just a general belief that, hey, we're going to make this work. Good thing will happen, and then it did. Obviously, we started to get some turnovers. We got the huge play right before halftime.
Oh, yeah.
It gave us momentum going to the locker room, and there was just no panic. And our guys, one thing we talk all the time about is don't focus on the scoreboard. Don't focus on the outcome. Just keep doing the things that we know we can do to be our best. And I think you saw that. We just kept plugging away, kept doing it. We never panicked. You never saw us get in a panic situation. You're tied 7-7 going into the fourth quarter. It was still never a panic. There was never a point where I think our guys thought that something good was not going to happen, and that showed up.
So much build up for all teams going into week one. Okay, week one is out of the way, and for some it's, week 3, depending upon how you look at it. You never kind of have a chance to, relax during the season, but getting past week 1 and getting on a normal game week schedule, is there something to that, getting past game 1?
Well, I think, people crave consistency.
Yeah.
Players crave consistency, and so I think our guys now know the routine, what it should look like. They have an understanding. As coaches, even though you got some returning guys, you got some new guys that are contributing. So, where we're at on the sideline, how the special teams get caught up, how's our pregame, all those things that you sort of practice in preseason, but until it's actually done, you really don't know. So all those things are out of the way, and so I think everybody now knows, hey, this is the expectation. This is how we do things on Friday night or Friday morning. This is how we do our game day stuff, and so all that stuff's out of the way. So as a coach, there's all these new things and all these little details that some of your guys are trying to work through for the first time, and they think a lot about those things. Now all that's sort of out of the way, so hopefully you can, all right, let's put all the focus where it needs to be, going out and performing at our best. And so there's a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2, and hopefully on the field, but also I think just with understanding how our operation works.
Joined by head coach Jamey Chadwell here tonight at Mellow Mushrooms. We've got a full house here at Mellow, and our show brought to you by Freedom First Credit Union. A couple thoughts on the game, Jamey. Okay, 18 plays, opening drive of the season. Pass interference offensively kind of halts that drive. You miss a field goal.
Bad call, by the way. Anyway, go ahead.
No, seriously. After the game, he said, I'm going to go take a look at it. Take us through the PI first, and then, you didn't get points, but you took nearly half that quarter. Disappointing to not get points, I guess.
You got to make. Our kicker there, he was 42 of 45 in preseason camp.
Yeah.
45 kicks, 42 of 45, which is really, really good. And then we got, a nice one there, a pretty simple one you should. And, and he pushed it. Again, first time playing, first time in front of a huge crowd. He came from FCS, so he hadn't played in front of a lot of, a lot of crowd like our crowd there. But you get an 18-play drive. You got to get out. You got to get some points out of that. And because it's just deflating, right? You keep their team out there. You're wearing them down already from the get-go, and then you get no points out of it. So there's a disappointment there. We got to make that kick. That's an easy one we got to make. And on the pass interference, you have a play call. They're playing some man coverage, and you have a play call where you're just running guys crossing, and what you're trying to do is get an illegal rub play or have them run into each other.
Yep.
And our receiver was running, and a guy was coming, and he went to avoid him. And he avoided to run the route high, and that's exactly where the DB ran. And so if you run into the DB, they're going to call it on you no matter what. He tried to avoid. I mean, it's obvious on video, but it's one of those calls, and we weren't able to, overcome that. So I think that was a second down and goal from the 8, and then you get the it's 15-yard whatever it was, and so and then you miss the kick. So I think that took a little steam out of our engine, so to speak, and we didn't respond. Offensively, we just sort of struggled there, having any consistency there for when really for the rest of that half. And we drove the ball some, but then something would happen. We'd get and so we had to regroup. But that you got to be able to finish with points there. I mean, there's a huge drive. I mean, you mentioned 9 minutes almost off the clock. Yep. That's a big deal, and you're wearing them out. If you go out and score there, and then you get a 3 and out or whatever, now they're back on there. That game might be completely different, but. We had to fight for it, which, we showed that we can fight through some things, and we did.
2 of our student athletes are here that had a big to-do with the end of the second quarter. C.J. Bazile had a strips.
Huge play. Changed the whole momentum of the
fumble recovery. And then
Reese probably dropped his, but they gave him a touchdown. He came to the sideline and said he didn't catch it, didn't he?
We'll get to the source here in a minute.
They can't take it back now, Reese.
So tied at 7 going into halftime. Those are two big plays to get you some momentum.
Huge. Our defense kept us in that, and then to get, I think there was 30-something seconds left.
Yeah.
Huge play by CJ. CJ's been great for us as far as just the leader that he is, the effort he plays. I mean, he's made his mind up that he wants this year to be the best one he's had as far as our team and him individually. Had a great game. But that was a huge play, and not only to get a sack, but get the fumble, get the ball back, and now we have a chance at a 2-minute drill there to get some points on the board, and then what was crazy about it is I'd already told the coaches up in the box to come down, so Coach Corn's coming down, and we get the turnover.
We heard that.
I actually got to call one play. It felt good for a while, and then he sprints back down there and says he's got it. So I said you can take it over. But Reese made a great route. We put that concept in. I say put in. We've had it in, but we put it in specifically there for Reese because Reese is great at setting defenders up. And we put that in for him, and he made a great route. And then that wasn't an easy catch by any means. He makes his catches look easy because he's so natural at receiver. But it was a great route. It was a good throw. And then you score with 7 seconds left there. So a huge momentum for us.
And the band member that he ran over is safe. She actually performed at halftime and in the second half. Texted Larry Sipe, the band director, this afternoon. She's in good spirits, and
she's a flame. She's tough.
Absolutely. She did a great job at halftime in the second half. All right, second half, kind of a stalemate in the third quarter. You scored 21 in the fourth offensively. Where did you see things kind of change around for you?
Yeah, I thought the third quarter, we were able to move better. We struggled, and we struggled on some third and short situations where typically we've had some success. And whether we get it on a third or short or not, we've been able to get some yardage to maybe go for it on fourth, which we had some playing. That whole third quarter, it seemed like we were backed up on our end zone, right? They got the ball and got a little drive, but then they kicked. I think their first drive started on the 3, and then we had another one start like on the 2.
Yep.
And so we're backed up. And both those drives, we actually moved the ball out. One time, to the 30 or 40. I think the other one something similar. We got like 2 or 3 first downs, but we had opportunities to actually extend it, and we didn't play as well as we need to up front. If you ask me, one of the areas where that we didn't play as well as we were capable of, I think it was up front. I think we were timid, we were soft, and we didn't play the game the way we were capable of, and they took some things to us, and we were just we were taking it basically. And I thought that hurt us on some situations there in the third quarter where we could continue some drives, and we didn't do it. I thought we made good adjustments and moved the ball better in the second half after, feeling and seeing what they were doing, and had some chances to really put some points on the board and didn't do it. But then ultimately we wore them out there in the fourth quarter. We got up 14-7. Then I think they might have went for one on a fourth down, and we stop them, we score, and then again. So it was good to see us finish strong. But we've got to play offensively. We've got to play tougher offensively, especially up front.
You mentioned a run-fit mishap on the 77-yard run Maine had. You throw that out, rush defense did really well. What was the misfit watching it back?
Yeah, so on defense, sometimes you have calls that are one gaps, and what gaps means there's gaps an offensive has, and as a defense you got to protect every gap, right? That's A gap, B gap, C gap, and D gap. That's the gap. Not that y'all probably know that stuff, but so every defense you have a call where somebody's got the A, somebody's got the B, somebody's got the C, somebody's got the D. Well, one of our players who has the C gap.
Yep.
He didn't take the C gap. He put his head in the B, and boom. And then we missed a tackle. We missed a tackle on open field. You got to make if somebody up front messes something up, you've got to be able to get the guy down and let it snap. We didn't do that, and they go 77 because of that. And we were playing man coverage, so most of our secondary, their eyes were turned to their guy, so they don't see all that, right? When you're playing zone, you got more eyes on the running back. When you're playing man, you're on your other guy, and your guys that have their gap better be in their gap. And we got out of gap, and that's a mistake that we made. And then you miss a tackle, which you miss some tackles in the first game because it's the first time really doing a lot of live stuff. But we got to be able to get those guys down, and that led to a big play. You take that out, they did not get to the red zone all game long.
No.
They did not get to the red zone all game long. And so our defense, I thought, played well. I think our defense can play better, obviously, but I thought they played well to keep us in the game.
Well, Coach, 1-0, you move on to Jacksonville State. And just a quick take on this game coming up Saturday, and we'll kind of dive into it on our final segment.
Yeah, I think, obviously, they're a talented group. They're coming off. They lost, obviously, their coach, and they lost some players. But their coach they hired had been at Power 4 for a long time, so brought a lot of transfers in there that have been at a lot of good places, and for whatever reason it didn't work out. And so he brought in a lot of new players that are going to be talented. And so they play fast on offensively, so you got to line up, and they defensively, they do a lot of different things that give you some mission. So it's a step up in talent, it's a step up in athleticism, and then you're on the road. Anytime you go on the road, it's a challenge, and so it'll be a good challenge for us, and we know we have to play better. In all phases to go down there and come out with a victory to play our best. But our team's had a good week of practice. They understand that this is our next step that we have to take as we're climbing this ladder in the conference. And so they understand the importance of it, and I expect us to go down there and play really well because I think we've got good leaders that have been in the locker room and talked to their guys about the importance of doing the things necessary. It's going to be hotter than we're used to, right? You're down in Alabama.
Yeah. And
so there's a lot of things that are going to be new for us, but I'm excited about going down there and letting us play on TV too.
Yeah, and the radio. Can't wait to.
And the radio.
I know. CBS Sports Network, they'll do a great job with it. And look forward to being down there, Coach. Enjoy the meal. I'll let you get out of here for a couple of minutes, and then we'll talk to some of your student athletes and have you back on here in about 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right, Jamey Chadwell with us here tonight, head football coach of your Liberty Flames. All right, we'll take a timeout. Coming up next, we'll be joined by senior defensive end / joker, C.J. Bazile Jr. out of Miami, Florida. Don't forget, tonight's show brought to you by Freedom First Credit Union. This is Liberty Football from Van Wagner.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season, and that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. And it's bow time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're listening to the Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
He coasts in the end zone. Line him up. Touchdown, Liberty.
Liberty Flames football is back here at Williams Stadium when the Flames kick off the 2025 season. This Saturday, see Liberty take on the Maine Black Bears. Kickoffs at 4 p.m. in Lynchburg. Cheer on Flames football and experience all the Williams Stadium traditions, 4QF, Flames Quarter, and more. Don't miss the Flames football season opener this Saturday. Tickets at lufootball.com.
Welcome back to the Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Have a question or comment for one of our guests? Email lfsn@liberty.edu or post a message at LFSN Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, once again, here's the voice of the Flames, Alan York.
And right back inside Mellow Mushroom tonight for our Liberty Football Show with head coach Jamey Chadwell. Each show presented by Freedom First Credit Union. Good crowd on hand. Thumbs up. We get some pizza, some subs, maybe a couple salads out there. Yeah. Our radio crew has looks like a special Supreme type pizza. Looks really, really good. Save me a piece, guys. I'll need some here in about 40 minutes. All right, Liberty 1-0 after a 28-7 win over Maine. This past Saturday, Liberty is on the road for the first time, coming up on Saturday, 12 noon Eastern kick at Jacksonville State. It'll be 11 o'clock local kick, so an early wake-up call for all of us down there, but looking forward to it. You can watch it on the CBS Sports Network. You can also listen to us on the Liberty Flames mobile app, our statewide Journey Network, and our video streams. We'll have those on Facebook and YouTube. Reminder before we talk to C.J. Bazile, Liberty starting joker, defensive end. Members of Flame Nation who want to get closer to the action can now experience Liberty football at a whole new level as Liberty debuts the Memories on the Mountain. We're talking about video board shout-outs, leading the Flames team walk, photo with Sparky, or my favorite, starting the Flames quarter. There is a red button in the press box that fans can punch to start the Journey fourth quarter celebration. Kathy Hudson, I know that's right up your alley. So you never know. We need somebody for the JMU game. We don't need people there because the tickets are sold out. Did y'all hear that? JMU game sold out for the September 20th ball game. Tickets still available if you join the Flames Club. There's other ticket packages there. But Memories on the Mountain, check it out, 592-5015, or log on to libertyflames.com. All right, enough of me. Let's give it up for defensive end joker C.J. Bazile Jr., senior from Miami, Florida. Had a big game on Saturday, but on top of it, C.J., you're a team-first guy. Okay, you had a team-high tying 6 tackles. But you'll take the dub ahead of that, won't you, big guy? Thanks for coming out here tonight. How you doing?
Thank you. Doing good. Glad to be here.
All right, big win. You go to 1-0. What was it like suiting up in number 1?
Yes, sir.
Looked good on you out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, how'd that feel wearing that number 1 out there?
Oh, man, just had to change up going into my last year. That was always my plan to start in 11 for 2 years.
Okay.
Then my final year at Liberty, go to number 1. So
Yeah.
that was great.
So is that – take us through that. Okay, you go to the Bahamas Bowl, the game's over. When did it start, or when did you have to tell Ryan Carr, your equipment manager, or Coach Chadwell, or maybe your defensive coaches, I want to change number 1? Take us through that process.
So it was actually funny. I would always tell my teammate, man, what I got to do to get you out of number 1 next year. And, unfortunately, he ended up getting in the portal. And I remember telling my coach, Teddy, man, number 1 would look good on me, wouldn't it? He said, yeah. And I left it there.
Okay.
And I was contemplating between 11 and 1. I was like, oh, my God, do I switch up or do I keep it the same? And I remember just praying on it.
Right.
And then Dante Lee, receiver, got here a day before me and went to my locker. And he was like, I know you changed number 1. Wow. I was like, I don't remember me changing number 1 either. But, man, I embraced it, and it's been amazing ever since.
Well, tell you what, this team played really well. Offense got going there in that fourth quarter. But defensively, y'all, outside of that 77-yard run y'all gave up, I mean, it was lights out against Maine.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to ask you for a grade for your defense because that's tough to do sometimes. But just collectively, how do you think the defense played against the Black Bears?
Oh, man, I believe coming out game 1, there was slim to none, no mistakes. Of course, we gave it a 77-yard run. Could have been better on that. Like, as we say, we key into every detail of what we do.
Yep.
But, man, the defense came out with a mindset that we're going to come out here, we're going to shut these guys out. Although we did give up 6 points, the mindset of continuing to go back on the field and give our best for every play, giving our offense some momentum, that was the whole goal, and we did it.
Joined by C.J. Bazile Jr., you play the joker position.
Yes, sir.
For the fans, I always like educating the fans that are listening, watching. What is the joker? What's the responsibilities of the joker position? Where do you line up? Help educate the fans a little bit.
I mean, the joker is what you want it to be. We can rush the passer. We can drop back in coverage. We can go to middle linebacker and rush through the A-gap. The joker is whatever you want it to be.
Jack of all trades.
Yes, sir. Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Whatever you want it to be.
And lo and behold, you get to wear the joker mask.
Yes, sir.
You've worn that thing more than once, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
You wore it Saturday.
Yes, sir. Second year in a row. We're in it first time.
Oh, we're going to go back to New Mexico State.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go back there here in a minute, CJ. I got a funny story for the fans too that only me, you, and Quentin Reese know.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna. Kathy Hudson's like waiting with bated breath. What do we not know? It's a funny story.
Yes, sir.
It's a cliffhanger. I'll tell you that. Okay. So you're down 7-0.
Yes, sir.
It's time to make a play.
Yes, sir.
Late in the second quarter, strip sack, you get the ball. Take us through that play where you got the fumble recovery.
Yes, sir. I mean, me and Brent will always talk about it. Like, we're going to get a sack this game. We're going to get a sack this game.
Yep.
I never knew my sack was going to be it being a game changer. But, man, I just remember I contemplated the move I was going to do. I was like, I've been hitting this guy with power.
Okay.
Now it's time to come with a little bit of finesse because I had his feet shut down.
All right.
I did a stutter step. Then my cross chop, the move that I worked on the whole week.
Yep.
Came through. I seen the ball, reached out with my hand. The ball came out. Britton hits the quarterback late. I get up because, as we say, the floor is fire for us. Get up off the floor immediately. Dove on the ball, got the ball back. And from there, our offense had the momentum to go score, tied up 7-7 going into the half.
And then Reese Smith, we'll hear from Reese in a minute. He's back here waiting to come on.
Yes, sir.
And then he scores. You guys go in there, tied at
Yes,
halftime. No panic at halftime.
panic.
Go to the locker room. Take us through the halftime chats and what you did, tied 7-7.
Oh, no scream, no nothing like that. I mean, this is what we train for. The whole fall camp, we've been training for this situational football. We've trained on being down. We trained on being up. We trained on 2-minute situations. We trained on being in the red zone. This is what we trained for.
Yep.
It's nothing new. Just go out there, do what we do best, play our best football, and it all was well.
And you put the Joker mask on.
Yes, sir.
And Amarian Williams got to put it on as well.
Yes, sir.
And, go back to last year, New Mexico State, I think it's game 2, needed a big play late in the game. And Quentin Reese just annihilates the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
And you pick up the ball and you score. There's a great picture in the photo gallery of you just – if I'm you, I'm blowing that picture up and I'm putting it on my wall.
Yes,
Where
sir.
do you have that picture right now?
Now it's
on
not
your
up
phone?
yet. It's on
you.
the phone, but
yeah.
soon it'll go on the wall very soon.
So that was September of 24. Fast forward, I'm out back there with basketball in February, late January, and we get a couple of days out to get adjusted to the time, and I'm walking around New Mexico State's campus. I end up at their football stadium. The gates open, so I walk in. I walk onto the field.
Yes, sir.
And I take a video of where that play happened.
Sure did.
And I sent it to CJ and Quentin Reese. I'm like, first off, I was like, do you guys know where I am? Because I didn't have the stadium. It was just the field with lines. And I kind of zoom up, and I'm like, now do y'all remember?
Yes, sir.
That was kind of cool that y'all could able to relive that play.
Yes, sir. Great play. It was amazing.
Outside of the conference championship a couple of years ago, one of your big highlights, that play right there?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, for sure.
Awesome.
For sure.
Joined by C.J. Bazile Jr., Liberty Joker, senior from Miami, Florida, working towards that degree.
Yes, sir.
And what are you studying right now?
Business administration and data analysis. I did get my degree in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was after we had talked then. So
yes,
congratulations.
Sir.
Now you're in grad school?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Getting that Liberty degree and now in grad school. Congratulations on that, CJ. Before we let you go, you're one of, 8 or 9 in your family?
I'm one of 10.
One of 10.
Yes.
And you're fourth?
I'm number 4.
Number 4 in the pecking order of your brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
Take us through that text chain, what those are like. I bet it's fun.
It's usually the younger ones actually call me a lot.
Okay.
And they, just tell me to go out there, have a good game. My little sister Serenity always calls me, in her baby voice, go out there, have a good game, be a leader, not a follower.
How
That's
old
her
is she?
phrase. She's 4 years old.
4 years old. That's so precious.
She just always says that to me, man.
Yeah.
And just having them call me, just give me that confidence that I have a team behind me.
Yeah.
And my family prays a lot, so I know I have prayer warriors behind me as well. So it gives me the strength and the faith to go out there and just be my best and play my best football.
So mom is Betty.
Yes, ma'am.
Dad is Claudel.
Yes, sir.
Your middle name's David.
Yes,
You
sir.
shared that with me earlier this
sir.
summer. So following that legacy of your dad and having his name, how important is that to you?
Oh, man, my dad's a hard-working guy, man, and truth be told, man, I feel like I can never feel the love that my dad has ever shown me. Like, my dad has loved me more than this world can ever show me, man. He's a great guy. Always supported me through everything, through this football journey. When I was a little kid, barely getting in the game, he was always at every game and supported me. Always told me your time's going to come. We're just going to keep the faith, and it came. So just having my dad's name is truly a blessing, man, and he's taught me how to be a man.
Well, applause to that. That is,
yes, sir.
That's really, really cool. Joined by C.J. Bazile Jr. All right, talking about this game Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Jacksonville State. It's on the road. Early wake-up call. Nothing to it. Y'all practice in the morning.
Sure
It's
do.
time to get up,
Sure do.
get a win, and get home.
That's the best way to
How
do
you
it.
guys going to do it on Saturday?
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
We love getting up in the morning to be able to go play some football. If you ask me, we don't like waiting around. We just want to go play now. We itch for that. But, man, I can't wait. First in-conference game.
Yeah, yep.
This is nothing new. We're not going to put this on a pedestal. We're not going out there with mentality to win. We're going out there to play our best football. And I believe when the Flames play their best football, it's an unbeatable football team. So we're just going to go out there and do that, and all will fall into place.
2 years ago, you went there. A little bit different circumstance. Night game, midweek.
Yes, sir.
You guys played well. You won. Going into a venue, regardless of what time of day it is, does that help confidence-wise at all? I know it's a new team.
Yes, sir.
But you're familiar with the field.
Yes, sir.
Does that help in any way?
It doesn't afraid me. I'm not afraid in any type of way.
No,
prepare for it. Of course, you watch the film. I'm familiar with the runs they've been doing. Some of the players just have their same O-line, which runs the run game.
Yep.
I'm familiar with with the things that they're doing, so it's nothing surprising for me. Just going to go out there and play ball.
CJ, take us in the film room. What are some of the cut-ups that you saw from your coaches? You mentioned Teddy Gallagher doing a great job. Teddy played for Coach at his earlier stop, and Teddy's nonstop. He is relentless with how he coaches y'all.
Sir, he is.
What are some of the cleanups from game 1 to game 2 that the fans might want to know about?
Always just all into technique. He teaches us to stay low, stay low, stay low. And one of the main things when you get tired, you want to stay within your technique. And we did slouch off just a little bit with getting too high sometimes when we were setting the post on the edge and things of such. But all in all, it was a good game. We did what we were supposed to do, but just cleaning up on a little technique and make sure it doesn't carry on to next week. That's all we really took care of.
I was talking to Skylar McGee, one of your defensive coaches, and he was talking about your position of joker and where Donovan Dozier called a D-end. And Donovan, he told me, has to learn a 4-eye technique.
Yes, sir.
A little bit different joker versus defensive end. Again, educating us, what is the 4-eye technique for a D end versus what a joker plays?
Okay, so 4-eye, we play a defense called 3 down.
Yep.
So you will see me on the line, but that doesn't mean I'm technically in a fit because I'm still in a coverage.
Right.
So that means we have a 4-eye, a 0, and a 4-eye. All the 4-eye means is that the end is inside shade of the tackle.
Got it. Makes sense.
So that's all it means.
Okay.
It's 4-eye inside shade of the tackle, and his main responsibility is the B gap.
Yep.
That's
so a little bit more inside than the joker does.
Yes,
gotcha.
Sir.
Okay. That helps explain that. So, going in week 1 to week 2, we asked Coach about, okay, now you're in a rhythm. Week 2, do you feel in a rhythm as far as, okay, this is film study, this is a weights, this is I got to put some time into the schoolwork. Does it feel like normal
Yeah, you
yet?
just want to stay consistent with things. It feels normal to me. I feel like I'm in the rhythm now just to keep going. So definitely feels consistent, getting into what we're doing. Everything feels the same again.
All right, we're at Mellow Mushroom here, CJ. Did you get any food yet?
Not yet, but it's on the way.
What'd you order tonight?
I got the Mighty Meaty,
something
yes.
like that. You cannot go wrong with that. That's one of the best pizzas here at Mellow Mushroom. All right, CJ, appreciate your time here today.
Yes,
have fun against Jacksonville State.
Yes,
and thanks for coming on, okay?
Thank you.
All right, CJ Bazile Jr. out of Miami, Florida, joining us here tonight with our weekly radio show presented by Freedom First Credit Union. Before we take our next time out, looking for a family member to have fun at a great bargain? Children ages 3 to 12 can sign up for the Flames Kids Club presented by the Cooper Family McDonald's. Memberships start at $30 for the first child and $20 for each additional child. To join or for more information, you can call 434-582-4453 or visit libertyflames.com/FKC. That's the Flames Kids Club presented by the Cooper Family McDonald's. We'll take a timeout. Moving right along with our show, we'll be joined by wide receiver Reese Smith after this timeout from Van Wagner and the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
Lynchburg Nissan's model year-end sell-down is going on this August. Don't wait till the end of the year. The best values are now. Lynchburg Nissan has savings of up to $7,000 off MSRP. 0% up to 60 months on these tariff-free models. New cars starting at $18,850 and up to 130% off fair KBB for your trade. Come by now before this event ends. Inventory is limited. Call 434-477-5712 to schedule your appointment. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the million-mile warranty.
You're listening to the Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Pass caught into the end zone. Light 'em up. Touchdown, Liberty.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Welcome back to the Liberty Flames Football Show presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Have a question or comment for one of our guests? Email lfsn@liberty.edu or post a message at LFSN Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, once again, here's the voice of the Flames, Alan York.
Moving right along on this Thursday night at Mellow Mushroom, the Liberty, another Bojangles mention, never hurts on the radio show. Mellow Mushroom is the place to be here tonight. Another reminder here that Flames fans, download the Liberty Flames mobile app presented by Carter Bank. In your app store today, you'll find schedules, game previews, recaps, live stats, and more. Additionally, you can access the Flames ticket office to purchase tickets for future events and use the mobile ticketing feature for a touchless entry. Search Liberty Flames in your app store to download today. And if you purchase tickets through the app, you can even receive a discounted price, the Liberty Flames mobile app. All right, moving right along here. Liberty 1-0 after a win over Maine on Saturday. The Flames will open up Conference USA play at Jacksonville State at 12 noon. Raise the hands. Anybody going down there that's in the house here today? A couple of people? Okay. But we're going to watch it, listen to it on the radio. Without Matt Warner and Joe Yock and Annie Corey there, you can turn the TV down and sync us up. There you go. I wouldn't recommend doing that at the home games because you're probably at the game. But Matt and them do a great job. But sync us up on Saturday. Love to have you join us at Jacksonville State. We'll be on the air at 10:30 with our pregame show. And we got Jacob Jenkins, one of our pregame guests. Jacob is a Jacksonville State transfer, and he is from Alabama. So we're going to get the hometown feel from Jacob Jenkins on the pregame show. All right, moving right along here. Let's welcome in Reese Smith, Liberty wide receiver, to the show. Reese, one of the Liberty coaches' players of the week last week in the win over Maine. Reese tied his career high with 6 catches, had a touchdown, and a big win, Reese. How did that one feel to come out victorious in Game 1? Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's always good to get a win. It feels like it's getting harder and harder to get a win. So, starting the season off 1-0 is definitely a good momentum builder going into this week.
Now, Reese, Coach has talked about the continuity on this team and just the togetherness of this team. When did you start to feel how close this team could be during workouts and things like that?
Yeah, so I think I started feeling it right when we got back, right after the Bahamas Bowl, when we came back for winter workouts. You could definitely tell that everybody was upset about how that season went, especially coming off a loss in the bowl game. You got a bad taste in your mouth for quite a while until the next season. So all of the guys that had come back and then the guys that we had brought in were very hungry and excited for the season to start and to get after it. And we were willing to, do whatever we had to take to, bring a conference championship back to Lynchburg. And, and then it just kept building. And in the summer, right before camp, it got to the point where, this is definitely the tightest team, the closest team I've ever been a part of.
Who's your best friend on this team? If you had no cell phones and had to drive across the country, who you riding shotgun with?
You just mentioned him, Jacob Jenkins.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob Jenkins. That's cool.
Yeah, so we came in at the same time.
Yep.
And we were actually supposed to room together, but I procrastinated and didn't sign the lease in time. But we ended up living with each other for 2 years here.
Okay.
And then I got married and he got married.
Right.
He was in my wedding. I was in his wedding. But we kind of just hit it off.
Yeah.
Right when we first got here. And then of course, he was ineligible that first season, and then I had gotten hurt right before the season started. So that right there really put us together, and, you know, I'll call him my brother for life.
That's awesome. Jacob Jenkins. When did you get married?
January.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 months in. What's your wife's? She's here. What's your wife's name?
She's here. Tanner.
Tanner. Say it. Wave, Tanner.
And then my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law's name is Reese as well, and she's sitting right there too.
Oh, that's awesome. Make sure you say hello to them before you leave here tonight, everybody that's in the house here. Joined by Reese Smith. All right. We talked to C.J. Bazile about his strip sack and fumble recovery. You scored a big touchdown that gave some momentum. We'll talk about the band in a minute and the band member that, look, it was bang, bang. You couldn't avoid it. It is what it is. But just scoring to get you guys on the board, how'd that feel?
Yeah, so, you know, starting off, like, we had a slow start, and the defense were playing really well. And then CJ got that strip sack, and I think there was like 30-something seconds left. And we knew we had a chance to score, and then we knew if we scored right here, it was going to be huge coming out of halftime, tying the game back up. And we had repped that play several times in the week. And, you know, you never know when your number is going to get called, but there's always a chance that that play is going to get called. And, you know, Chadwell and Coach Corn had trust and the faith in me to go make a play, and so that's what I did when my number was called.
I think it was your second catch of that drive, if I'm not mistaken. You had an out route to the sideline, and then Jamari Person had kind of a curl over the middle, picked up 15 yards or so. And I think Ethan was 3 of 3 on that drive, and then you scored. And then you tiptoe the sideline, you score, and then what do you see as you're going out of bounds, Reese?
Yeah, I figured there was somebody or some people standing over there, and I caught it, and that was just the first thing I saw. I was looking down to see if I got my feet in bounds, and then as soon as I looked up, there was a girl right there, and like
you couldn't avoid it.
Yeah, the first thing I said to somebody, I don't know who it was, I came to the sideline, I was like, I think I just hurt somebody really bad. And my mom had actually mentioned it to me the next day. Her dad had actually gotten on Facebook and commented under the Liberty's post.
Okay. And the band member.
The dad. Right. And I had actually got to reach out to him and was like, hey, like, she's a champ. Like, I hope she's doing okay. I'm sorry about it.
And her name is Cheyenne, if anybody's wondering. Larry Sipe, the band director, texted me today. I said, just so we know, we're going to talk about it tonight. How's she doing? Yeah. She performed at halftime. She performed in the second half. He said she was more startled than anything. Yeah. But it was a great catch, great kind of momentum builder into the second half.
For sure.
You run great routes, Reese. Has that always been part of your game? Just the like you're just a technician with getting out of your breaks, and like you're a great route runner. You really are.
I wasn't so technical in high school, I would say.
Yeah.
I was just raw, kind of just running out there and kind of basing it all off talent. But when I got to college, I kind of realized that, you know, at this level, you're not the best athlete, you're not the fastest, you're not the strongest, and I kind of had to, you know, reflect on myself and look at what I could do best and find my edge to be better than the DB that I'm going against. And so I was like, okay, well, if I'm not the fastest, strongest, what can I do to be the best? And that's what it came down to, was my ball skills and route running. Mm-hmm. And I feel like those two things I do really well. So
joined by Reese Smith, Liberty wide receiver, Flames at Jacksonville State on Saturday at 12 noon. When it comes to securing the football, running routes, when the ball is leaving the quarterback's hand and you know it's coming to you, what are you looking at? It's the ball, but like how do you focus on that, and what are your points of emphasis when you're getting out of a break looking for the ball?
Yeah, so the first thing that I do is when I come off a break is you don't want to look back or, you know, straight. The ball is going to come from an angle, so you want to look up depending on the route you're running over. And like the touchdown I scored, it's going to be coming over my shoulder. So if you look straight or, you know, anything, then you're going to lose the angle of the ball. Okay. I think that's the biggest thing. So automatically get your head up and get your eyes back. Yep. And then I don't really know. I guess the nose of the football is what I focus on the most.
Right.
Seeing the ball spinning, that's pretty much what I lock on.
So you transferred to Liberty back before the 2023 season, Jamey Chadwell's first year. Share with the fans. Tony Washington, great wide receivers coach here at Liberty, was at West Virginia with you, and he's one of the main reasons to help you get here when he took the job at Liberty. But you were telling me you hit the portal, you were going to go find somewhere else to go, and then you guys kind of reconnected a little bit.
Correct. So I had hit the portal in December and
of 22.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yep.
And didn't know where I was going to go. We didn't really have an idea, and had a conversation with him. And of course, he tried getting me to stay, and that was a hard conversation with him. And it was like 2 weeks I was in the portal, and still looking for a school. Took a couple visits or nothing, but didn't find anything. And he just asked if I could talk one night. And I was like, yeah, sure. I thought he was trying to, recruit me back to West Virginia. And he calls me and says he's taking a job at Liberty. And that fired me up right away. I didn't know anything about Liberty, didn't know where it was or anything, but I knew if he was going to be there that was something that was going to interest me. And when I came here and saw what Liberty was all about and talked with Coach Chadwell and sat down with Coach Washington again, it was kind of a no-brainer.
You spend a lot of time with these position coaches, just like during the summer, you spend a lot of time with Chad Scott and their strength coach. When we talked about Tony Washington before you came on here, I said, what does Tony mean to you? And you said he means everything.
Yeah.
Take us into that relationship and why the two of you have connected so well.
Right. I think a relationship isn't about all the good times you have with each other. It's about the adversity that you go through with each other. And that's what happened to us. Like, I had I guess a decent season my last year at West Virginia. Didn't have what I wanted to, and so I knew I was going to have a tough conversation with him leaving. And it's always tough when you're leaving the coaches and the program and stuff. And that's the last time I had talked to him before he talked to me. So I was like, I don't know how this conversation is going to go. And then came here and he was fired up, and I was excited to be here, and been with him for 4 years now, since going on 3 years here. So I consider him family. I mean, he's been there for all my ups and downs. He's seen me at my lowest, seen me at my highest. And, it's awesome to have a coach that truly cares.
Looking at your bio here, Reese, it doesn't surprise me. You're a champion track athlete in high school, 1,000-point scorer in basketball, led your high school to a state championship. What sport growing up did you like the best?
Basketball.
Okay, that's good. That's okay.
So me and Coach Chadwell talk about it all the time, but because we're
Coach is shaking his head right now.
We're big-time Kentucky basketball fans, and that's what it was growing up in Kentucky. Like, Kentucky has good football and good athletes, but if you grow up in Kentucky, you want to play basketball.
100%.
And that's what it was. And I was growing up playing AAU ball, going all over the country. My dad taking me everywhere, and I was a fairly good basketball player. And it came to the point where, like, my dad asked me what I wanted to do with sports and stuff, and I was like, I want to play at the highest level I can in any sport. And he was like, well, like, you're 5'10", like, you're not the tallest guy in basketball. So it kind of came down to that. And once I started playing football in high school, I found my knack, and kind of just ran with it, and here I am.
Here you are at Mellow Mushroom tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a star on the radio show here tonight. All right, quick thought on Jack State, and then we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, so their defenses, they do a lot of different they try to mix it up a lot, but they're still hard-nosed like they were last year. They're physical. Their safeties like to come down and fill the gaps, and their D-line is really good. So, we're going to have our hands full, but we're a good football team also.
Absolutely. Your final year here, Reese, is it feeling any different going through it for the final time, and are you trying to relish things a little bit more maybe than earlier in your career?
Yes and no. I feel like I never take a game for granted, especially with going through what I've been through.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this one is definitely bittersweet. We're all saying, like, this is your last first and all this. But, no, I'm fired up for the season and what we have ahead of us. And I truly do believe that this group is special and that we can do special things.
Well, you're a special man as well, Reese. Appreciate you coming out here tonight. Let's give it up for Reese Smith, a Liberty wide receiver. Stay healthy and go get the Gamecocks, okay?
Thank you for
Reese Smith out of Danville, Kentucky. And appreciate him and C.J. Bazile being on with us here tonight. All right, we'll take another timeout. We'll wrap things up, get a thought from Coach Chadwell on the Gamecocks, and then we'll get ready for Saturday. This is the Liberty Football Show presented by Freedom First Credit Union on Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Lynchburg Nissan's model year-end sell-down is going on this August. Don't wait till the end of the year. The best values are now. Lynchburg Nissan has savings of up to $7,000 off MSRP. 0% up to 60 months on these tariff-free models. New cars starting at $18,850 and up to 130% off fair KBB for your trade. Come by now before this event ends. Inventory is limited. Call 434-477-5712 to schedule your appointment. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the million-mile warranty.
You're listening to the Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Pass caught into the end zone. Light 'em up. Touchdown, Liberty.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Welcome back to the Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Have a question or comment for one of our guests? Email lfsn@liberty.edu or post a message at LFSN Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, once again, here's the voice of the Flames, Alan York.
All right, a couple more minutes here on the Liberty Football Show presented by Freedom First Credit Union, live on location at Mellow Mushroom. We'll be right back here next week, 1 week from tonight, as we talk about Bowling Green. That's in 2 weeks. But first up, Jacksonville State, 12 noon Eastern kickoff on Saturday. Our coach, before we talk about the Gamecocks real quick, health-wise, you mentioned Ryan Berger. He's going to become one of your student assistants, quarterback. How about other guys that might have gotten banged up? You talked about in your press conference post game.
Yeah, so Brylan will play through. He had a an injury there to his wrist. It's casted, as you guys saw in the game, but he'll be able to play. Vaughn had a lower body injury there. He'll be game time. We'll just to see how he was able to do during warm-ups.
Okay.
Mo played through his injury there, and so we expect him to play. And then we'll see. We'll see tomorrow before we leave if there's anybody else that we have to can play or not play.
Okay. All right, Jacksonville State. Rich Rod moves back to West Virginia. Charles Kelly, who is a longtime assistant coach, a lot of Power 5 schools. He's now the head coach there. What have you seen through game one? Had a tight one with UCF last week.
Yeah, they actually were winning that game there. In the fourth quarter, had some chances to win that. So obviously that tells you they got some talented people. They're hard-nosed. They're a physical group, which they've always known to be that way. He brought in a lot of different people and people that know his system. He's a defensive guy, so they do a lot of different defense. And then they left the offensive line coach that was there under Coach Rich Rod stayed there or didn't get to go, one of the two. Okay. And so they're doing a lot of his stuff and trying to mix some things. And so brought some talented guys, and they got a really, really good running back. And so it'd be a big challenge for us as far as making sure that we're lined up, that we can tackle. We do a really good job of tackling and do a good job of getting our feet ready to go defensively. And then offensively, they're going to try to confuse you a little bit. So we just got to make sure we're in a good play. And then it's just a physical battle. Like we've got to be able to line up and out physical them for 4 quarters. And so our big thing is we got to start fast and come out swinging from the opening kick. And so that's our big emphasis. But they're a talented group, and we got to go down there and play well to come out with a victory.
Watching the game tape, Jacksonville State faked a punt, and they ran it for 25 yards.
The guy looked good. Yeah,
he did. One of their defensive guys. When you see that, how do you build in that to your game prep? Because they did it on tape.
Yeah, I mean, one that shows you they're willing to do that, and so they're not necessarily going to do the same one, but they've got another one up your sleeve. Part of the reason you do that is if you show it and you're trying to win, but also now special teams coordinators get a little nervous because they don't want to get the ball faked on them anymore. So there's a benefit on it both ways. But you got to make sure that you're covering different things and making sure you know who's eligible and making sure you're paying attention to every little alignment. Maybe they change their alignment on certain things. You got to pay attention to that. And so we've got to prepare for that. And if they've done it on that means they might do it on kickoff or kick surprise onside. So you got to be ready for those things. And this is the great thing about conference play is we got a conference game early, and it's awesome to be in a conference game and hopefully take this first step to climbing the ladder in the conference.
11 a.m. kick. How does your day start on Saturday? Yeah,
I mean we're a morning team, so now we're Central Time, so and so for us, we'll be eating breakfast at 6:30 Central Time because we have to stay an hour and a half away from Jacksonville, so we got an hour and a half bus ride in, and because there's no hotels that can fit your team there. So, but 6:30 to 7:30, that's basically when our guys eat breakfast all week long, and so it should be right in our wheelhouse for the most part as far as at least being up, being ready to go. I think that's good for us, and because that's when we're used to getting going, and I'm excited about that. Hey, I'm more of these two. Let's get up and play. Nobody likes hanging around all day long. Nobody likes to do that. I know it's great for fans to show up, but players want to get up and play.
Let's go.
And so our team will be excited about that.
Get in, get a win, and get home. Coach, thanks for coming out here tonight. Enjoy seeing your family as well, and enjoy the next couple of days, and we'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good. Appreciate everybody being here. Flames.
All right, head coach Jamey Chadwell with us here tonight. Also want to thank Reese Smith, C.J. Bazile Jr., and our Liberty radio crew as well, and including Matt and Cody and Jamey and everybody out there tonight tuning in and here at Mellow Mushroom. We'll be right back here again next week at 6:30. So for our entire crew, hopefully you can tune us in on Saturday, 12 noon kickoff. We'll be on the air at 10:30. I'm Alan York. Have a great rest of your week. Go Flames.
You've been listening to the Liberty Flames Football Show on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. The Liberty Football Show is presented by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking with Freedom First today. The Liberty Football Show was also brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carter Bank. Life lived full. Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. By Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. And by the United States Space Force. The Liberty Flames Football Show, presented by Freedom First Credit Union, has been an exclusive presentation of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.